Hello and welcome back to Magnus's YouTube channel. I'm here with my brother Graham, Edward here. We're in the hill, the Breadable Hill. We are going to be cutting peats, implements for flaying the bank. So taking the fibrous stuff off the top, we use the rutting knife that cuts down, then you cut across like that. You take the first fibrous stuff off, it's no use for burning. Then we have a very ancient implement here called the tusker. This is there's different types. There's a luggy that you can use yourself, but this is a two-man job. This tusker, you cut, somebody stands. I'll be showing you in a minute. So that's a rundown of what we're doing, why we're here. Winter fuel. When I was a boy, we spent how many summers here? A lot of summers, a lot of time. Many weeks every year up here, and the whole way up here, a long bank, we used to cut the whole thing, I don't know, 10-12 tons of the hill every year. Yeah, so we'll get to it in a minute. Okay, we're up the Peat Hill now. This is my father, Harvey Johnston. We are, as I said, we're here cutting peats here, and this is something that's been done in Orkney now for many thousands of years, so we're doing nothing new. And tell us where we are, Dad, and what we're up to.
Well, we're just up in the Harry, the hills belonging to Harry, to the farmers from Johnston, and all the farmers from Johnston own great sections of hill in here, right along here, and we're actually at the bottom, at the middle piece of our hill, because from this line onwards, below us, but you see a whole lot more peat banks being cut historically then. That's the area of the Harry Hill that is allocated to Sinwick for cutting peats on. And 50 years ago, on an evening like this, it would have been a hive of activity with Sinwick folk up here cutting peats on Harry land, because Sinwick doesn't have any peat hill of its own. And the Harry farmers here have the right, or had the right, to go to scale and take sand off the beach, and also they go to Crowday Quarry and take stone out of that, as part of the payback for letting the Sinwick folk cut peats on our hill. And this land was all laid out for in this purpose in 1854, with the division of the community, and the land was allocated to the farmers of Harry. So there's no, like a lot of other parishes where folk have peat cutting rights again on common land. We actually own this land here, and we can cut as much peat as we want. The Sinwick folk have peat cutting rights on the Harry Hill. Horizontal cut in now, whether a knife, taken off the fibrous top layer, which is not very good for peat anyway. So the next thing I'm doing now is putting a vertical cut down through the peat. With a ready knife.
Okay, Dad, what are we doing?
Just flaying the bank here.
Flaying the bank, yeah.
Yeah, there's some of the, just the pieces that we cut for a pretty while, so you get a build up of, it gets undercut underneath the material down below.
Okay, first up here we have my brother Graham. Hello, Graham. He is starting off here on a tricky bit of the bank, and that's what we're going to do, cutting the peat out like that. Here we have Edward Mason, who is ex-dean of Bath Abbey, and how the mighty have fallen. Here he is, taking the peats at the bank. Very good job, Edward. Yeah, well, could be. Okay, so we're on the second pit doing now, on the better stuff.
These are going anyway.
Yeah, it's better. Oh, this takes me back, Graham, boy. Do you mind me and you cut pits and we sold them one year for some spending money for a holiday?
Let's go to Germany.
Yeah.
1989, I think, right?
Back in 89. Yeah. That's actually a really nice pit. So with pit, the further down you go with the pit, the blacker it gets and the denser it gets and the better burning you get. Basically what pit is vegetation, shrubs and trees, roots for many thousands of years ago, and they're just slowly rotted down and you're left with this stuff. And yeah, so it stands to reason that the further down you go, the blacker it gets, and the purer burning you get for it, and a far better heat in the fire, and longer burning, better all round the deeper you go. What happens to the tuskers? Their vegetation builds up along the blade there, and it affects the cutting. But this stuff's so soft here that I don't really even need to put my leg up to cut it. It's coming out like cheese. But yeah, if it gets a bit tough, you should put your feet up. You push down.
With
Little plastic bag.
ice cream chicken crisp.
Yeah.
Yes, an Orkney delicacy. Pretty good.
No, I'll leave a bit. Should be bear bannock and cheese.
Yes. See, Harry's bear's fairly sprouted.
Looking good.
Unbelievable how much it grew the last couple of days. See, Dad, boy, I had a theory about Torf Einar. He is credited with starting pit cutting in Orkney, Earl Torf Einar. Son of Ronald of Moore. But I don't think that could be the case, because they probably cut pit here thousands of years
before he came, yeah.
Yes. But what I do think it was, is I think he had a bit of a thing about pit cutting. Because if you didn't get your pits cut, you froze in the winter.
Yeah, it was a toss-up between, it was hard work, but it was a toss-up between that and hypothermia.
Yeah, but also the bards, if you're an earl, you're looking for the bards to sing your praises. You don't want the bards to be singing about what a cold winter they had that year that the earl stuffed up the pit cutting. And there is a story of him organising a pit cutting at Tarbert Ness, the north of Scotland as well, in the Orkney saga. Yeah.
That's quite possible. I mean, Swinner's life obviously had a thing about getting his bear sown before he went off on his spring, on his war cruise.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
We all have our thing.
Yeah.
Can you love flagstones?
Yeah.
Can we all have our thing? Oh, yeah, dude. That's good. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. I think that's in one of Dad's poems. Yeah. Graham's gonna clean out the bottom of this. Done kind of mucky down here at the bottom, so he's gonna scrape right down here. Clean this out a bit. Dad's done well. He's done that top pit. 74 years old. Still got it. Here goes Graham. What we're doing here is we are spreading the pits. Putting them out here, they'll dry, then they'll race them up, dry more, bag them up. How many generations of Johnstons have been cut in this hill now, Dad, do you reckon? Probably 7 or 8. So here's Thorfinn. There's 3, yep, there's 3 here. 3 generations here now, yeah, that's right. Very good. So what happens here This is old banks here, and when you cut and you put the old turf off the top, the fibrous stuff I spoke about before, you put that down on the ground so that the heather regrows again, so the hill stays nice and full of vegetation. But as Dad said, this would have been full of people. I mean, 50 years ago it would just have been full of people cutting peats, and now there is only us. So when I was a boy, we opened up this bank here, and it goes right from there, it goes right down to where Graham is in there, and we'd have cut the whole thing right out. Lots of tons of peats, lots of burning.